Yes lads, welcome back to another video. So today I want to dive in and speak about the weird kind of false fulfilling prophecy in which you might find yourself on, which is operating from stress over strategy. The amount of guys, the amount of high level CEOs, execs, business owners and just high performing guys that will reach a point where their perceived level of success will be capped because all they've really done is hustle and grind and put forth brute force to get to where they need to be. And it's going to get to a point, right, where the pressure, the stress is not going to be the thing that drives you forward, right? And it's like when you're running away from pain initially because the fear of failure is so great that you're just operating out of sheer fucking brute force, that'll get you from like the 0 to 5. And I don't mean financially 0 to 5k, I mean just 0 to 5 in life. But there comes a time where you just need strategy, you need flow, you need to lead with faith. You need to lead with love, you need to lead with a little bit more flow state. And that's what peak performance essentially means. It means to essentially operate from a place of complete alignment, complete flow where you feel like nothing's missing. Because all your actions, habits and daily decisions are going to come from a place of complete confidence in your heart and your head that you know you're on the right path and you're doing the right things without feeling all that fucking toxic pressure that builds up inside you when you're trying to achieve the next level. Because guys, you need to realize, right, see when a rocket takes off from the ground, right, it uses a lot of fucking brute force, and that's what you fucking need, right? You need all that brute force to get up. But see, once you're in orbit, you're cruising, you're flying, and this is the thing, right? For a lot of guys, you watch this right now and you think, oh, that's fine, I'll take my foot off the gas. No, I don't mean that. I think a lot of you guys actually should be operating from stress initially, because when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, fuck, I'm a fat piece of shit, look at me, I do not have the body I want, the health I want, the relationship I want, the financial position that I want. That's when you need to kind of put stress on yourself, like lean against that perceived pressure to actually take fucking action and do something, because that, you know, when the pain of change is less than the pain of staying the same, you will fucking take action, you know what I mean? So you got to actually work with that level of stress and urgency. But there's going to come a time, and I'm speaking to the high performing guys right now that have gone above and beyond. They broke free from normality. They're not an average guy anymore. And they know themselves right now that their old ways of behaving, believing, thinking, performing just do not serve them anymore. And they're like scratching their head thinking, there's something more I need in life, there's something more I desire, there's this choice, this weird, they can't really articulate it the same way I struggle to articulate it because it's happening to me right now. And I'm like, what is that next level? What is that thing that I now need to become, the thing that I now need to do? And that comes down to vision, obviously. But every conversation I've had with my mentors, my team, my staff, whatever it may be, you generally just need to let go of the old ways of doing what you've always done. Because, right, guys, realise this, old keys will never unlock new doors. And if you are going to continue to hold yourself back because you're not willing to change what you're currently doing and implement real strategy, real behavioural correction, high level thinking, be more creative and think outside the current paradigms and boxes in which you put yourself into, then you'll stay stuck. And the thing is, time keeps moving, you get older, life will get busier, life will demand more of you, and if you're just getting older but operating from the kind of younger you, the stress, the anxiety, all this stuff, you're going to carry that negative fatigue with you and eventually burn yourself into the ground, burn out completely. And that's when you're just not where you need to be. That's when you start making poor decisions with your food, your training, your wake and sleep schedule. You know, you start seeking these negative vices, the alcohol, the drugs, the porn, the food, whatever it may be. So it does get to a point where you need to tip the scale, and because you've went so fucking hard going from 0 to 5, we need to go from 5 to 10. But you can't be your own biggest limiting factor anymore with the same behaviours, thought patterns and processes which got you there in the first place. Because what got you here will not get you there. You need to become a completely different version, the same way in which you were, the same way in which you did when you were younger. When you went from, 20 years old to your first six figures, when you went from 20 to 25 and you built a bit of a physique, now you're at this point where you're not really moving forward, there's no motion, there's no momentum, and there's no flow to it. And that's when you can track, that's when you start feeling the elements or the emotions of guilt and shame and doubt and anger and stress and desire, because you want so much more for yourself, from yourself, but you don't know what level of thinking you need to tap into to get there. So I want to kind of round this video up with you, right? Round this video up with you to be very, very diligent about your next steps in life, guys. You need to create one thing, right? And I want to link it below. It's called the Alchemy of Self. Now, the Alchemy of Self is essentially creating your level 10 you. It's a story you can write about your own life. A story about yourself, the life you're going to be living, the place and the space you need to be, the habits, the identity, the processes, everything, the mindset in which you need to embody and adapt and become now, so you can actually reach the level you want to get to. And guys, I wrote this out about 6 months ago, and everything that I've wanted in the last 6 months have came true because, guys, I believed it, I thought it, I achieved it in my mind, and then I put it into reality, and I made sure every single day I moved towards that. And this is the crazy thing. Like, you will literally bottleneck yourself, cap yourself at the level of your current thoughts, right? So if your current thoughts are still the same as they once were when you were building, scaling, developing, trying to, you know, get into the gym for the first time, then it's never going to get you to the elite level you truly want. So you need to let go of what does not serve you anymore, create the next stepping stones for your own success, your own life, and be willing to go all in that next chapter. And yes, it will be scary because you're going to have to let go of things that probably did help you and did work initially, but now for a rocket to truly hit orbit and start flowing and flying, it needs to get rid of the thrusters, it needs to get rid of all the shit that's weighing it down. Otherwise it will not ever hit peak transcendence across the board. Spirit, mind, body, lifestyle, relationships, it will never hit that next level because you're weighed down by old negative paradigms, past thoughts, past beliefs, operating from that stress, that anxiety, that pressure, rather than just letting taking the pot off the hob, stopping it bubbling and boiling, putting it onto a simmer, letting it chill, letting it relax, letting things come to you, being in that abundant headspace by becoming the guy, creating the guy, and having the next chapter of your life fully created through your own visualization techniques. And that is where the Alchemy of Self comes in. So guys, there's going to be a link below where you can download it. Super good questions that you can just ask yourself, more of a mindset journaling component. I'm just going to leave it there. You don't need to opt in, just take it, run it. It's a Google Drive. If you click to access, it'll give you view only access, and you can just copy and paste it into another drive format which you can use, and just run it up. It's going to be super useful for you. So guys, I want to put that in front of you today to say, you don't need to keep doing what you've always done. You don't need to keep thinking the way you've always thought. You don't need to keep looking like the way you've always looked. You might be okay, but never let okay get in the way of being great. So guys, I'll love you and leave you. Short one for me. I've got to go jump on a couple of calls, hence why I'm pretty gassed up right now. So guys, I hope you're enjoying the daily uploads and the daily content. I'm just trying to pump these out right now and share something positive every single day. If you're enjoying the content, head over to Lewis McFarlane Coaching to follow the daily habits on Instagram. And also below, there's going to be a link for the Alchemy of Self, which is going to help you create your level 10 self, and another link below in the description, which is going to give you full access to the Self Mastery mini course. Get on that, guys. Keep implementing, keep building, and let's get you becoming the very best version of yourself. I will see you next one, guys. Much love.